Hello, my dear students. Welcome you all to Shri Jaindra Rank Zone classes. I am your mentor and your friend for the subject biology, and I will be taking the zoology part, that is animal science. My dear students, in the last lecture, we have started polysaccharides. We have already completed cellulose and starch, their monomeric units, and whether they are reducing or non-reducing. Glycogen. Today's topic is glycogen. Glycogen is considered as an animal reserve of food or animal starch. The storage carbohydrate of animals is glycogen. It is present in maximum amounts in liver and muscles. So predominantly, glycogen is found in muscles and liver. Glycogen is thus also called as animal starch, as glucose is converted into glycogen. Glycogen is highly branched polymer which is made up of alpha D glucose. Glycogen is a highly branched polymer which is made up of alpha D glucose. So glucose is polymerized to form glycogen. Okay. This carbohydrate has 1 to 4 bond linkage at long unbranched chain and 1 to 6 bond linkage at the branching points in the polymer. So basically, glucose is converted into glycogen in the presence of insulin in humans. Glycogen is formed by polymerization of alpha D glucose. So it is having 1,4 glycosidic linkage and 1,6 glycosidic linkage. 1,6 glycosidic linkage provides branching and 1,4 glycosidic linkage makes it the linear chain. Glycogen turns red color when treated with iodine solution. It turns red in color when treated with iodine solution. Glycogen is a storage food of many fungi. Many fungi they obtain food from they store food in the form of glycogen. Understood? Now coming to next slide, homopolysaccharides. Cellulose, starch, glycogen, they all are homopolysaccharides as they are made up of same monomeric unit. The monomeric unit is same, that is glucose. The other homopolysaccharides examples are chitin. Chitin is a linear polymer which consists of N-acetyl D-glucosamine, which is an amino acyl derivative of glucose, bonding with beta 1,4 linkage. Chitin. Chitin is a linear polymer which consists of N-acetyl D-glucosamine, which is an amino acyl derivative of glucose, bonding with beta 1,4 linkage. Mean if we join the glucose units to have beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage, so those glucose units joined at the position of 1,4 glycosidic linkage, beta 1,4 glycosidic linkage. Okay, and if we take the amino acyl derivative of that polymer, okay, that is known as what? N-acetyl D-glucosamine. Chitin forms exoskeleton of animals in arthropods and cell walls present in fungi. So chitin forms exoskeleton of animals in case of arthropods, okay, and cell wall in case of fungi. It is the second most abundant molecule for organic matter on Earth. After cellulose, chitin is the second most abundant molecule for organic matter on Earth. It is also called fungal cellulose as its inner cell wall. It is also called as fungal cellulose as it makes the inner cell wall of fungi. So chitin is a linear polymer made up of N-acetyl D-glucosamine, which is an amino acetyl derivative of beta 1,4 glycosidic linkages of glucose. Chitin forms exoskeleton in case of arthropoda and cell walls of fungi. It is also known as fungal cellulose. Okay. Inulin is a linear polymer that consists of 25 to 35 fructose units linked together with beta 1, 2 bonds. So inulin is a linear polymer that consists of 25 to 35, 25 to 35 fructose units linked together with beta 1, 2 bonds. Inulin is present in dahlia and artichoke roots. Inulin is present in dahlia and artichoke roots. It is formed by 25 to 35 fructose units. They join together by beta 1, 2 glycosidic linkage. Beta 1, 2 glycosidic linkage. It is water soluble polysaccharide and it is used to know the glomerular filtration rate. Very important. It is a water soluble polysaccharide and it is known, it is used to know to confirm to estimate the GFR, glomerular filtration rate. It is the smallest storage polysaccharide. It is the smallest storage polysaccharide. So inulin, it is used in the estimation of GFR. It is the smallest storage polysaccharide. It is a polysaccharide having 25 to 35 fructose units, okay, which are joined by beta 1, 2 glycosidic linkage. Okay, chitin beta 1, 4 glycosidic linkage of glucose. Inulin beta 1, 2 glycosidic linkage of fructose. Okay, it is present in dahlia and artichoke roots. Dextrin. Dextrin is formed as an intermediate matter during the digestion of glycogen and starch. When starch and glycogen they are digested, they are partially digested, then dextrin is formed. The hydrolysis of dextrin gives glucose and maltose. The hydrolysis of dextrin gives glucose and maltose. It is the storage food in the yeast and bacteria. The yeast and bacteria they have dextrin as the storage form of food. Understood? So dextrin is formed as an intermediate matter during the digestion of glycogen and starch. The hydrolysis of dextrin gives glucose and maltose. Okay, this is the storage food of yeast and bacteria. Heteropolysaccharides. So we have completed the homopolysaccharides, which include starch, cellulose, glycogen, chitin, inulin, dextrin. Now we are going to start with heteropolysaccharides. Heteropolysaccharides, it has different monosaccharide units. They have different monosaccharide units in the structure, like hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid commonly observed in vitreous humor. It is hyaluronic acid. It commonly observed in vitreous humor, umbilical cord, joints, and connective tissue of the animals in the form of lubricating agent. So hyaluronic acid is commonly observed in vitreous humor, umbilical cord, joints, and connective tissue of the animals in form of lubricating agent. It is also present in animal cell coat, which act as a binding material, animal semen. So heteropolysaccharides means they have different monosaccharide units, okay, different monosaccharide units to make a polymer, okay. Hyaluronic acid, it is commonly observed as vitreous humor, umbilical cord, joints and connective tissue of the animals in the form of lubricating agent. It is also present in animal cell coat, which act as a binding material like animal semen. It is made up of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-glucosamine, amyl group arranged in alternate orders in the chain. Okay, it is made up of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-glucosamine. Okay, amyl group arranged in alternate orders in the chain. These different monosaccharides have beta 1, 3 linkage bonds, while the disaccharides have beta 1, 4 linkage bonds. So hyaluronic acid, it is commonly observed in vitreous humor, joints, connective tissues of the animals in the form of lubricating agent. It is also present in the animal cell coat, which act as a binding material like animal semen. It is made up of it is made up of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-glucosamine amyl group alternately arranged. Okay, the different monosaccharides have beta 1, 3 linkage bonds, while the disaccharides have beta 1, 4 linkage bonds. Okay, chondroitin sulfate, D-glucuronic acid, and N-acetyl galactosamine. Okay, so chondroitin 6 sulfate, it is a polymer of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-galactosamine. D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-galactosamine. Okay, chondroitin 6 sulfate. It is present as a matrix in the connective tissue of the animals. Sulfate ester of chondroitin is a main structural component, okay, which is present in the cartilages, tendons, and bones of the animals, mean chondroitin 6 sulfate. Okay, so chondroitin is a polymer of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl D-galactosamine. Okay, chondroitin present in the connective tissue of the animal's matrix of the connective tissue. Sulfate esters of chondroitin is the main structural component which is present in the cartilage, tendons, and bones of animals. Okay, in the form of chondroitin 6 sulfate. So these are heteropolysaccharides which have different monosaccharide units. Okay, like hyaluronic acid, like chondroitin 6 sulfate. Okay, heparin. Heparin is the anticoagulant of blood. Heparin has D-glucuronic acid and N-sulfate glucosamine molecules arranged in an alternate order in the polymer. Heparin is an anticoagulant of blood, which is a polymer of D-glucuronic acid, and N-sulfate glucosamine, N-sulfate glucosamine, arranged in an alternate order of the polymer. So heparin is a polymer of D-glucuronic acid and N-sulfate glucosamine. Okay. Then chondroitin 6 sulfate, it is a polymer of D-glucuronic acid and N-acetyl galactosamine. Then hyaluronic acid is a polymer of beta 1, 3 and beta 1, 4 glycosidic linkages. Okay, understood? Pectins. Pectins are methylated galactonic acid, polymers of methylated galactonic acid, galactose and arabinose. Okay, so in pectins there are three constituents: arabinose, then galactose, and methylated galactonic acid. Methylated galactonic acid. Pectin is found in plant cell walls where it binds with the cellulose fibrils in bundles to provide strength and flexibility. Salts of pectin, calcium pactate and magnesium pactate forms a middle lamellae in plants which helps as a cementing material between two cell wall. Does it also act as a plant cement? Okay. So pectins like methylated, they are methylated made up of methylated galactonic acid and galactose and arabinose. Okay. Pectins are found in plant cells. Okay. They are soluble in water. They are soluble in water. They bind to cellulosic fibrils and bundles, okay, to provide strength and flexibility, okay, to support the structures, okay. Salts of pectin like calcium and magnesium pactate, they form middle lamella in plants, also called as plant cement. It is soluble in water. Okay, the pectins are soluble in water and they can undergo sol gel interchange, colloidal solution, right? Pectins they are used to make jelly and jams. They are used to make jelly and jams. Used to make jelly and jams. Hemicellulose. Hemicellulose, it includes mannose, galactose, arabinose, and xylulose. Okay. Hemicellulose, it is a mixture of xylins, mannans, galactans, and arabinose. Okay. Mean mannose, galactose, arabinose, and xylulose. Okay. Hemicellulose occurs in cell wall where it forms a link between peptide compounds and cellulosic microfibrils. So hemicellulose, it helps to join the pectin compounds to cellulosic microfibrils. Understood? Phytophallus. Phytophallus have hemicellulose as a storage material, which is an ivory palm. Phytophallus is having a hemicellulose as a storage material, which is an ivory palm. This carbohydrate, when extracted from this plant, has white, hard, and shiny appearance. This is used in manufacturing of billiards ball and artificial ivory. So phytophallus has hemicellulose as have hemicellulose as a storage material, which is an ivory palm. This carbohydrate, when extracted from the plant, gives or it is having a white and shiny appearance and is used to make the billiard balls and artificial ivory. Understood? Mucopolysaccharides. Okay. So mucopolysaccharides, they are the categories of the heteropolysaccharides only. They are slimy polysaccharides, okay, which have a capacity to bind proteins with the water molecules, and they are known as what? Mucopolysaccharides. They have capacity to bind proteins to water molecules. Mucilage is a common mucopolysaccharide present in plants which are made up of galactose and mannose units. So galactose and mannose units, they repetitively form the polysaccharide which is known as what? A mucopolysaccharide or mucilage. Similarly, hyaluronic acid in Streptococcus, animal sperm, chondroitin 6 sulfate, heparin in blood vessels, they all are mucopolysaccharides. So they all are basically the mucopolysaccharides. Okay, they are examples of mucopolysaccharides. Understood? So there are two more terms which I have to include in mucosubstances. All these are mucosubstances like peptidoglycans and lipopolysaccharides. They are also mucosubstances. Keratin 6 sulfate, they are the proteoglycans where mucopolysaccharide are joined with, proteins. So these are proteoglycans in which the mucopolysaccharides are hybridized with amino acids. Acyl, acylo, acyl glucosamine plus galactose and sulfuric acid, they occur inside the skin and cornea, providing both strength and flexibility. So just like chondroitin 6 sulfate, this sulfonated, polymer of this mucopolysaccharide hybridized with protein is keratin 6 sulfate, which occur just beneath the skin and cornea. And chondroitin 6 sulfate already discussed in the previous slide. Hyaluronic acid already discussed. Agar. Agar is basically, obtained from marine brown and red algae, which are known as what? Seaweeds. They are known as what? Seaweeds, marine brown and red algae. It gives agar, alginic acid, and carrageenan. Okay. So agar is obtained from marine brown algae and red algae known as what? Seaweeds. They also gives alginic acid and carrageenan along with agar. Understood? Commonly or commercially, agar is basically it acts as a laxative and a stabilizing and emulsifying agent. Okay, in culturing media. So it acts as a laxative used for constipation and digestion. Then it's used in stiffening, stabilizing agent to hold culture colonies on microplate, and is used as a emulsifying agent. Understood? So laxative, stiffening, and stabilizing agent. Okay, and the emulsifying agent. Pectin already discussed. Hemicellulose already discussed. Peptidoglycans. Peptidoglycans, they are basically mucosubstances only, and these mucosubstances, they are considered as mucopeptide or urine. It is formed of heteropolysaccharide chains cross-linked by short peptides. Okay, they are formed of cross-linked, cross-linking of heteropolysaccharide chains with short peptides. Cross-linking of heteropolysaccharide chains with short peptides. Understood? Heteropolysaccharide chains are formed of two alternate amino sugar molecules. They are basically having two alternate amino sugar molecules, N-acetyl glucosamine and N-acetyl muramic acid. So they have two chains, N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine. Okay. Then comes lipopolysaccharides. Lipopolysaccharides, they are basically found as a outer membrane of gram-negative bacteria. Gram-negative bacteria. Okay. They are the mixture of lipid and polysaccharide, as the name suggests. Okay. There is a glycolipid responsible for endotoxic activity, and that is why they are known as what? Glycolipids. And they are responsible for endotoxic activity to secrete endotoxin. Understood? So they helps to produce or induce fever, shock, and other antigenic stimulus. Then comes mucoproteins. Mucoproteins are glycoproteins. They are conjugated mucosaccharides. Protein conjugated mucosaccharides. Okay, helps to produce mucus. Understood? They are found in stomach, nasal secretion, intestine. They are found in stomach, nasal secretion, intestine, and they are protective in function. They are protective in function. So these are peptidoglycans, lipopolysaccharides, and mucoproteins. You have to remember, most importantly, they have been asked again and again. Peptidoglycans, it is also known as mucopolypeptide or murine, which is having a cross-linking of small or short peptides with heteropolysaccharide chains. Okay, two chains, especially the NAM and NAG, N-acetyl muramic acid and N-acetyl glucosamine. Then gram-negative bacteria, lipopolysaccharide. Gram-negative bacteria is having the outer membrane made up of lipopolysaccharide, which is a glycolipid which help to produce an antigenic stimulus like fever, shock, and the other. It helps to produce endotoxins. Mucoproteins, which is a mixture of protein and mucosaccharides, they help to produce mucus, okay, from stomach, nasal secretion, and intestine. The complex sugars. The complex sugars, they include mainly these three examples: cerebrosides. Cerebrosides, they include amino alcohols, okay, named as sphingosine. So it basically includes an amino alcohol, which is known as what? Sphingosine, a fatty acid, and a sugar molecule in their structure. The polar head group in the structure is neutral, as it is made up of sugar unit. The glucocerebrosides have D-glucose in their head region, are present in all the cell membranes, and galactocerebroside have D-galactose in their head region and are present in all the cell membrane of brain cells. So cerebrosides, they include amino alcohol sphingosine, a fatty acid, and a sugar molecule. The polar head is neutral because it is made up of the sugar molecule or sugar unit. Then glucocerebrosides, they have D-glucose in their head region and are present in all the cell membranes of brain cells. And galactocerebrosides have D-galactose in their head region and present in all the cell membrane of brain cells. Gangliosides. Gangliosides, it includes sphingosine or dihydrosphingosine, fatty acid, glucose, galactose, and N-acetyl galactosamine, and sialic acid in their structure. The gangliosides, they include sphingosine or dihydrosphingosine, fatty acid, glucose, galactose, N-acetyl galactosamine, and sialic acid. Gangliosides take part during the ion transport. They help to transport the ions to cross the cell membrane, and are the receptor for many viral particles and toxins like cholera toxin. Okay, so gangliosides, they are basically, as they act as a guard to protect, or to they act as a watchman to, or they act as a receiver and transducer to receive the ions, to help the ions for transportation, and to receive many viral particles and toxins like cholera toxin. They are commonly found in gray matter of the CNS. They are commonly found in gray matter of the CNS, central nervous system, and vertebral cord. Sphingomyelins. Sphingomyelins, these are lipids which lack glycerol. They don't have glycerol. The sphingomyelins, they don't have glycerol. Okay, these are the lipids having not having glycerol. However, have a complex amino alcohol sphingosine. So they all are made of sphingosine. You can see cerebroside, ganglioside, and sphingomyelins. They all are having amino alcohol sphingosine. It is esterified molecule having one fatty acid and a phosphocholine or a phosphoethanolamine in polar head region. So they all are having alcohol, amino alcohol sphingosine. Along with it, they have a esterified molecule, a fatty acid, and a phosphocholine or phosphoethanolamine. Okay, in the polar head region. Sphingomyelins are the lipids present in many animals. Sphingomyelins, these are the lipids which are present in many animals, such as a part of the cell membrane. They are also major part in the myelin sheath or covering of the nerve fibers. Okay, so the myelin sheath and the covering of nerve fibers is done by sphingomyelins. Gangliosides, they are present in the vertebral cord and the gray matter of the CNS, and cerebrospines in the cell membranes of brain. Okay, so these are all the complex sugars. So my dear students, the polysaccharide part, the sugars, the carbohydrates has been completed. It is done. Okay. Now there are some economic importances. Okay, I will write here economic importances of the polysaccharides. Okay, like we talk about starch, cellulose, chitin. That is all known. Okay. Mucilage is present as a protective coating around aquatic plants. As a protective coating. It is present as a protective coating around the aquatic plants. Around the aquatic plants. Okay. Around the aquatic plants. Bacteria, blue-green algae. Okay. Blue-green algae and some animals. Okay. Then mucopolysaccharides. They help in lubrication of ligaments and tendons. Helps in lubrication of tendons and ligaments. Understood? They help with the formation of some body fluids like CSF, synovial fluid, vitreous humor. Okay. So they help to produce body fluids, CSF, like CSF, synovial fluid, vitreous humor. Okay. So these all are the economic importance of all these mucopolysaccharides. Okay, they help to provide strength and flexibility. You know, they help to make the matrix of the connective tissues. Okay, so that will be all for today. Okay, there is one more point I'd like to add. Plantigo ovata, as we haven't discussed. Plantigo ovata, the husk of Plantigo ovata. Okay, it is a mucopolysaccharide. Okay, that's all we have discussed. The husk of the Plantigo ovata, it is a mucopolysaccharide. Okay, understood. So, this Plantigo ovata, the husk of the Plantigo ovata, contains a mucilage which is used medicinally in treating intestinal problems and it relieves irritation. Okay, it's a medicinal plant. to treat intestinal problems and irritation. Understood? Yeah. So that will be all for carbohydrate part. We will be starting with the lipids, okay, in the next turn. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Stay safe, everyone. Stay happy.